least another quart or so coming out. So I would say there was probably 8 or 9 quarts of oil in this thing. A warm sunny day, so we're out here working in the driveway. What we're getting ready to do, Steve's letting me borrow his truck. I had to buy some stuff for the house, so it needs an oil change, so I'm going to do it for him. This is a very simple process. Done. If you're not a very big guy, you can actually get under it and do it here in the driveway without jacking it up, and then you can actually get to the filter right there. And what's good is the filter, if you look, has that little channel. When you take it loose, it drains down the drain pan. There's one problem here. It is a 7-quart oil change, 6.88. So that means that this is it's actually a 7-quart oil pan. I thought it was only 5 quart. So make sure you have the right size oil pan. It is 5W20. 5W20. I'm gonna have to do this the normal way. I can't use my suction pump because the dipstick is like 8 foot long and the hose won't reach. I already tried it. I got very lucky. Like I said, it's 7 quart. I got 5 quarts of 5W20 Castrol, and then I actually had 2 quarts of this Super Tech left over, full synthetic 520. I normally don't like mixing brands, but it's gonna be 5 to 2, so it'll be okay. It is full synthetic. I had that left over from another project. We did a 4-quart oil change, and it was, they did 3 quarts of that and 1 quart of Marvel Mystery Oil, so I left 2 quarts in the jug. So the cheapest way to do it, though, if you're going to do this, is to buy two of these, because like a quart by itself is like $6 or $7, and then so by the time you bought 3 quarts, you would pay for one of these. So you'd have 2 quarts for this time, and then 2 quarts for next time. So just on and on and on. You keep having some oil left over. It is, like I said, 520. I recommend full synthetic. You can use regular, it's up to you. It is a ST2, PH2, XG2, whatever. Pretty big filter. Don't know what size wrench it uses yet for the drain plug. I'm getting ready to find out. When I get under there, I'll tell you. But this is a pretty straightforward and simple oil change. Like I said, what I'm going to do is use oil filter wrench and get at that oil filter from the top up here. So this should be a simple, maybe 30-minute job tops. So like I said, I'm going to do the oil filter from the top. I'm going to go ahead and knock it out of the way. I got some pliers here. What I'm doing is I'm standing on a tow hook and on the bumper right by the release. Actually, I don't know if you can see it or not, I actually caved the filter in, because in order to get it to move, the bad part about this is you have to reach around this radiator hose beside the other radiator hose and underneath the belt. Everything is kind of in there together, but once you get it undone, you have to work in this hole right here. You've got that, and going to at it from the bottom, you have to reach over the cross member, all that stuff. So we'll see if I can now just get, you can't just reach over, because when you reach over, you got that in the way. I hear oil running out. Yep. Apparently that little channel that it's supposed to drain into doesn't work, or it's going to run out both sides of it. There was hardly any oil come out of that. See, most of the oil's in there. So now what I'm going to do, take this guy, put a little bit of this oil in there, like such. A little bit on the ring. I know they say most of these are pre-lubed, you don't have to do this. Now the bad thing about this is, makes this tough, is this doesn't go in straight. It goes in like an angle. So it constantly feels like it's like cross-threading or not wanting to thread in or whatever. Like I said, that little track is nice, but the oil doesn't go in that little track. It goes out the back part. So now it just runs all over my driveway. So I got the filter on. I took it loose from the top always done it from the top. It might actually be easier if you're going to do it underneath. You can get right here, like lay down right here and pull this up and reach in and get the filter. That's how I had to put it on, because from the top it would not spin on because everything was in the way and wanted to deflect it so it wasn't going on straight. I got it on. It's hand tight. I'm going to snug it down with a rag here to make it, it's oily. But right there's the drain pan. There's the drain plug. We'll do that next. We'll go around the side and do it. That way I don't lay in this oil. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so it's a 16 millimeter. I got a 16 millimeter socket on. Ratchet wouldn't do it, so I went to the big ratchet. And I like to point out, I had this oil change done last time because I was in a hurry. And now I can't get the drain plug out. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to I'm gonna have to get like a breaker bar and a mallet and get it broke loose somehow, or get a cheater bar or something. I'm afraid I'm gonna round this thing off or whatever, because it is like, it's not even wanting to move. Like, God, whoever did this last time, I know who did it last time. I even know the tech. God. Oh, that's everything I got, and it's just not even like, it's just, I can still see the blue. I'm afraid this drain plug may have to be replaced because it's not doing anything. This had to be impacted on to be this tight. There's no way. There's absolutely no way this should be this tight. I'll have to get a breaker bar, like an actual breaker bar. I'll be right back. So like I said, I know who did the last oil change on this because I took it and had it done because I was in a hurry and it was someplace I thought I could trust. Like I said, the drain plug, I had to use 1/2 inch breaker bar to get it loose. This is a 6.86 quart motor. That's 7 quart drain pan, and it is so full that I'm probably going to have to, it's getting it out of there, I'm going to spill some, and it was still coming out like full blast. So I don't know how much oil is actually in here, but it is way more than 7 quarts, because I've already changed the filter too, so that took some out too. So like I said, it filled up my 7 quart drain pan. Some come out while I was getting it out, and you can see there's still probably at least another quart or so coming out. So I would say there was probably 8 or 9 quarts of oil in this thing. The paperwork said it was filled up with 7, but that math ain't mathin', yo. Okay, it's down to just a dribble. I'd say 2 more quarts come out, so I'd say there was 8 or 9 quarts in here. I'm gonna put the drain plug back in, snug it down, not use the torque wrench to snug it down, and then we'll put oil in it on top, and it'll be ready. So it doesn't really matter what order you put the oil in. Remember it's 6.86, so we're just gonna put 7 in. If you've got a 5 quart jug and 2 quarts, you can put the 5 in and the 2, however you want to do it. I'm gonna put the 2 like this in first. The good thing about this giant funnel, you just stick the whole jug in there. Now I would not let go of this. It doesn't fit in there very well. This funnel is actually designed for large equipment like tractors or bulldozers or tractor trailers. It does fit. If you watch the video up here, Steve and I put 5 quarts of oil in my Q50 in 17 seconds with this funnel, so it's very handy. Is it a little overkill? Yeah, but do I like it? Yeah. Also, since I've got this extra jug, it'll let me put those extra 2 quarts of oil in there. Okay, this one. Save it for the extra. Take this one. This will be our 5 quarts. 5 plus 2. Everybody, say it with me. 5 plus 2 is 6.86. Wink, wink. Put that in there. Let it chill for a sec. That's done draining. We will stick the cap back on this one. I'm gonna keep this one because I like to keep an empty one just in case. That way, in case I have oil, put the oil in my disposal, but it's full. So then I can put 2 quarts of oil in this one and keep that one just in case. So I'll put that one in the recycling. Okay, that's full. I'll take my filter, or my funnel, sorry, fun nail. Always put my funnels right here. It's a really good thing about having this little, dang it, cinder block, I guess you'd call it a retaining wall here. Funnels in there and let it drain. So I'll put the cap back on. We will start this thing. I haven't got the tools out from underneath it yet, just in case something's leaking. Okay. So grab my keys. We'll set you guys here, that way in case something explodes, I can get it on the pipe. I don't see any leaks from the drain plug. Nothing from the filter. We're good. I'll get tools out from there and we'll be done. It already sounds better. I knew it was needing an oil change, but I didn't know how bad. Steve writes everything down. What I do is I reset my thermometer. Everything looks much better. It definitely sounds better already. Filters aren't leaking. We're good. 30 minutes tops. If you like this content, hit that like, subscribe button. Helps out a lot. Helps me get that income to help keep doing projects like this. Every dime I make goes back into the channel. I appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot.